live. Or not live, but we're recording a video now.
We are. Cannon Cano.
All right, Kano.
Oh, buddy, welcome back.
All right, we're gonna start.
Nice arm sleeve.
We're gonna start this off by saying, Kano, we need to do more consistent video for this to work as effectively as I want it to, and as I'm sure you guys want it to.
You saying you left it hanging?
I mean, not necessarily, but like. I'm saying, like, if we could do a video a day, like, that would be awesome.
Well, here's the thing. You shouldn't be more excited than he is. Like, he should get something on.
And I know, but I'm really
want to
excited.
hear back ASAP.
But I'm really excited.
Okay.
And first, I also want to say, we looked up what this sleeve is. If this is for arm pain, we can 100% fix your arm pain. It is so easy.
I'm guessing it's an attempt to control arm motion, but the ad did say for arm pain.
Well, whatever it is, if it's not for arm pain, then whatever. But all I'm saying is
there's an easy way to stop arm pain.
If you have arm pain, there's a super easy way to stop having arm pain, and it's easily seen in the very first throw, in the very first image that I see. Your back foot here is almost all the way out of the ground with no weight, no power, nothing. There's nothing in this. And I think what you're trying to do is, and obviously I'm not inside your head, I don't know. But what it looks like to me is you're focusing a little too much on turning your hips towards, which is kind of what we told you to do. But I think what has caused is, it's caused your back foot to pick up. I mean, did you see that right there? Your back foot kind of came up off the ground and is kicking around up here, which is not what we want to see at all. Because what that is telling me is all of the tension and all of the power is balled up in your shoulder and your arm and your lat and your elbow and your wrist. All that stuff is working over time to try and pull the ball through, which is not going to help any arm pain you're feeling. And obviously is not a good thing for longevity, and it's obviously killing your power. Now this is a good angle to talk on here. And it's kind of the same stuff that we need to reiterate. And it's going to take a while for you to get this. But, I mean, we are kind of all over the place here. Our weight is okay here. We're on the back foot. Right as we start, we're okay. But the issue I have already is our separation. And if you like it here, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna try and kill you too much on where you're comfortable, but right away, I mean, we're flaring this elbow up like crazy. And every time there's an action, there has to be a reaction that brings the ball forward. And I feel like your elbow gets way too high, and then the reaction is it goes way down and then way back up. It's like a big old swoop that's going to cause serious shoulder and arm pain if you continue to make it a habit. And I mean, this position is not a position we ever really want to be in. I mean, the ball is way behind your head. I mean, you've lost all power. Your hips are almost falling off this way. And the ball, I mean, all that weight, all that tension is right on. I mean, this is why people get Tommy John surgery, is because they get into habits like this. And usually it's baseball players because the ball is lighter and they can kind of whip it back like that. But this is just not a position we want to be in at all. But I will say, I mean, you're still getting the ball out there, which tells me that we have a ton of potential, even with mechanics not being where they want to be. And your feet look great, by the way. You're doing a great job shuffling around these cones and stuff. But my big thing is, for what I want to do, we don't need all of this other nonsense that's taking his mind away from the throw. We need to focus on Kano throwing the football before we are worried about all this stepping. I mean, he's a natural athlete. He's going to be just fine in the pocket. He's going to be just fine moving around. And I understand why you guys kind of wanted to jump into stuff like that. I mean, he's a first-year quarterback. A lot of quarterback coaches love doing this stuff. So it's like you get your mind off the throw, and then you have to throw, and it's like, you know, you're trying to simulate, like, get the heart rate up, so it's kind of like a game-like throw, whatever. I'm not concerned about that stuff whatsoever at all right now. Right now, I only want to see Kano start throwing the football like a quarterback, and I want to see him become proud of the way he throws the ball and become like he can step on the field with anybody and make all the throws on the field. And here's the big position we got to get rid of. Anytime we see this kind of weird Statue of Liberty situation he's got going on here, like this is where we get into trouble. I mean, we're not generating much torque. The ball's up and behind his head, just priming his elbow for a huge crank. You know what I mean? I don't know how well you can see this. I'm trying to kind of, move my mouse around it, but what Kano needs to do is send me video every day, and the first thing, it's the only thing I care about is 2 towels, no ball. I don't want to ever see a ball yet, necessarily. And you can throw the ball. I'm not telling you to stop throwing the ball, but I'm telling you what he needs to do is that towel drill I originally sent to you. We need to master that drill before we do anything else. And I think this drawing here will help me, or this will help him see, because it's kind of hard to see over text, right? So the first position he needs to start in, we're going to draw Kano here. He's a handsome guy, so I'll give him a smile. There you go. Here's Kano's torso. Okay. Here is Kano's legs. 1 and 2. Now they are right now shoulder width apart. And that's exactly where I want him to start. I want him to start exactly in this position. So he starts the drill. He's got his towel hanging right here. All right, don't take that out. That's not something else. That's his towel. He's going to be shoulder width apart. His towel is going to be in his back hip, and I want his hands to be. Just hold your hands not out but back like this, kind of like you're holding the ball. And I don't want you to move your hands at all. I want your hands to be exactly in that position the whole time you're doing this drill. For the next video you send me, I guess. So now we're going to go back. This is the first position right here that I want him to be in. Shoulder width apart, towel hanging at his hip, hands touching the ball or touching a towel or whatever you want in the middle here. And I suggest no ball, just put like a towel or something that he's holding. And that's the first position he's going to be in. Now, position number 2. After he gets into that position, he's going to be, I'll give him a smile again. You know what? You saw the smile in the first one. It's all good. So his weight is going to be on his back leg, and his front leg is now going to be slightly off the ground. So this is the ground here. His front leg is going to be slightly off the ground. His hands are still going to be in the same spot. His torso is still going to be relatively tall. If it's leaning a tiny bit, that's fine, right? Now this is the position I want. His weight is all here and none here. Weight all here, none here. 100% weight in this direction. No weight over here, little baby weight over here. All weight over here. No weight over here. All right, now we get on to the next position. Good thing I tapped all over the screen, so I have to do this like 1,000 times. All right, here we go. Now, after he's got that weight up, we're going to get into this position here. Here's his torso. His front leg has now struck the ground. And his back leg. There's his foot. Here's his knee. Here's his hip. His hip is now going to start going this way. And the violent action is going to flop the towel like that by turning his knee. And I want this foot connected in the ground. This foot has to be touching the ground at all times. I don't ever want to see this foot coming off the ground, right? And now what this is going to do is take all Kano's body weight, and it's going to help him put it into the throw, okay? Because eventually what we're going to do is get all the power that you have in this weight right here up, 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 and out with the football. And right now, your power kind of goes this way, this way, this way, this way, and then your arm just pulls the ball through. And that's not what we're interested in. We're interested in using, especially because he's a smaller guy like me, he needs to use everything he's got to throw the ball forward. So I hope this makes a little bit more sense. And I don't want to discredit the hard work of Kano in this video. I mean, all of this stuff is really good, especially for a first-year guy. I mean, you just don't see anybody who's hasn't played quarterback before being that intentional with their feet and all that stuff. And all of this is great. I don't want to discredit any of it. And if you want to keep doing these throwing sessions like this is awesome. 100% awesome.
Unless your arm's hurting.
But quit if your arm hurts. And also, we are going to change this arm path, I think. Unless Kano is 100% sold on this, which I've never seen any NFL quarterback or big-time college quarterback throw like this. But if Kano is 100%, this is where he's comfortable with, then maybe we can. But to me, it looks like he's getting some arm pain and the ball's not shooting out like it should be.
Yeah, that's bad news. You don't want that.
But we're not going to worry about any of that right now. The main thing I want to worry about is down here. Because as you can see, he lost all his power and the ball's not even out of his hand. This picture right here is very, very, very clear. I'm going to zoom in a lot on this because this is the major point. I hope this is zooming in. There we go. His foot is now off the ground. All of his weight is on his front foot. That's all of his power is now, if I could draw, going towards this ball laying on the ground. And that's if I'm correct, that's not where he's trying to throw. And all of the torque is just built up in his elbow and his shoulder, which is not where we want it to be. That's what causes people to get Tommy John surgery. That's what causes people that have, they after their senior year they quit. They can't even pick up their kid. They can't even play sports anymore, is because they can't even lift weights because their shoulders in so much pain, their arms in so much pain. This is not a position we want to be in here. And a lot of people get stuck in this, especially young guys who played baseball. You won't have any arm pain once you get this part here figured out. The top is so easy, I promise you, once we figure out the base. And this is just not a position we need to be in. And like I said, you get into it what you put out of it. I know Kano's a hard worker, but I'm gonna need video at least once every other day. I hope to be getting them once a day, but right now all he needs is the towel drill. And I promise you, if you just stick with it, he's going to be creating some power that he's never seen before. He's going to surprise himself. One day he's going to get it and be like, "Holy crap, I can now throw a football." At least that's what happened to me. So I can only do so much though. It's in his head.
Right.
Anything he's feeling or thinking or any concerns that he has, feel free to text it to me. And I'm happy to go over it with him and try and figure some stuff out. But we just gotta attack this base and build up from there. Like, you don't build a house from the top down; you build it from the ground up, and that's where we need to be moving forward.
Can I say something?
You can say whatever you want.
All right, I think that's the perfect conversation. Is the foundation. We're trying to have a house that we're living in, but we don't have a foundation.
Right.
So the house is going to be all hectic and all over the place.
Right, as you can see here.
Right,
I mean,
because
we are
there's
all
no
over the place.
foundation. And we honestly, it's July 1st. There's not a lot of time.
Not a crazy amount of time.
Because during the season, this isn't what you're focused on.
During the season, you have to drop this completely and just play football.
Right. But right now we have a window, and if it was me, I'd be on the phone every day trying to figure out this window. I would not be picking up a football.
At least once a day, I think we should be texting back and forth.
I would figure out
video
how,
of Kano doing the towel drill.
because I think everybody understands the word rotational, right?
You hear it, but
But I think what people don't understand is it's not a top. It's not a top. It's a torque. This pulls and pulls so that can explode. It's my old car accident.
We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. He's talking about like day 100 stuff, and we're not on day 100. We're on day 2. This is technically day 2.
That's why you need to start from the foundation, because if you don't, you'll never get there.
Right.
You'll just hurt your arms.
Right. But I don't want to overload you with stuff. All I want you to focus on is what I said before with that towel drill. We're just trying to work on weight transfer and being able to rotate. And the key is your back knee. If you can get your back knee and calf to torque with your foot still connected to the ground, you're starting to get in the right place. So I hope to see a video from you soon. And
2 towels.
Yeah, 2
one on
towels.
your hip, one in your hand.
And if your arm is hurting, stop throwing.
Yeah, you don't need to throw.
Completely
unnecessary.
We don't need to throw right now. But we got a long way to go, and I'm excited for it. Whenever you're ready to jump back in, we're ready to jump back in. We'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you.